you are someone who obviously has dedicated his intellectual life to speaking about taboo topics that other people steer away from completely. And it is an act of exposing evil. In that sense, I believe that there is sanctity in the act. May I ask, what are some of the sacrifices, maybe professional or personal, that you've had to face because of this decision? And also, where does your conviction come from, your freedom of spirit, your courage to work this way?
It's the freedom of the gospel.
Mm.
It's because I think I have a strong Catholic identity. If you don't know who you are and you can't identify the enemy, you will lose every battle. So I think that what I forged over this period of time, I'm thinking about this. I'm writing my autobiography now. I'm old enough, I think, to write it. And I'm thinking about my life as basically trying to figure out what's going on. That's the first thing we got to do. Like I was born 4 months after the Kinsey report got issued. Mm. My life was affected. In many ways, my life was determined by the Kinsey report. The whole idea of sexual revolution, the whole idea of the undermining of sexual morals. I saw it in one instance after another throughout my life. That's part of it. So it's also in the gospel. You know, I mean, Jesus tells the apostles, unless you eat my body and drink my blood, you're not going to have eternal life. And a lot of people leave. And then he turns to Peter and says, well, you leaving too? And then he says, to whom should we go? So if you're going to do this, you're invariably going to offend someone. And the whole point of starting a magazine is you don't want to offend your own people. You want to have a kind of niche. The question is, who determines your market? Who determines it? You know, so back then we started, it was right, the Reagan era, John Paul II, they were in alignment because they were both fighting communism. And so it was easy to do that. And suddenly that falls apart. And then you realize, no, it's not 1984 anymore. And so you have to deal with what I've already mentioned, you know, when neoconservatism was getting us into a war, I had to say the word Jew. I had to talk about that. And that's, you know, that's touching the third rail. So if you're going to tell the truth, you're going to offend somebody. But that's it. So what are you going to do? What's the option? Go for the money? Even Charlie wouldn't go for the money. You know, that's the option. You can't serve God and mammon. So it's one or the other. Cardinal Ratzinger, the first time I met him was at St. Charles Borromeo Seminary in Philadelphia, and he gave a speech, and the gist of the speech was, are you willing to suffer for the truth? Mm. So yes, I'm ready. And then you find out what it means by telling you the truth. We got exactly back to what Tucker Carlson said. The Jews killed Christ because he told the truth. And implying that Charlie was killed for the same reason. If you want to tell the truth, you better prepare yourself for struggle.